Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. I'm Randolph Miller. Coming up in today's show, recently Charleston's Mayor Joe Riley announced that the International African American Museum will be built in South Carolina on Charleston Harbor, where tens of thousands of slaves first set foot in the United States. He'll be here to tell us more about it. Also coming up, a nonprofit organization, Ladies Enriching the Community, is holding their community charity Bachelor's Auction. Board members Nina Davis and Garcia Williams will be here to give us all the details. And coming up later in the show, Bounce reporter Michelle Lemon tell us how a local organization is doing their part to help those who have been victims of domestic violence. And closing out our show, we'll have a musical performance by gospel singer Nikki Smalls. Standing here with me, the Honorable Mayor Joseph P. Riley, Mayor of the City of Charleston. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Reverend Miller, great to be with you. Thanks for having me.
It's always great having you here. Now, we want to talk again about this wonderful International African American Museum that's coming to Charleston. Tell us more about it.
Well, very exciting news. Just recently, City Council approved acquiring a new site, which is right on Charleston Harbor, commanding the most beautiful view of our harbor and going right out to the ocean. And the site is where Gadsden's Wharf was, which is where most of the enslaved Africans that came to Charleston came. In fact, the last 3 years of the international slave trade, 70,000 enslaved Africans came to the spot. So we've got the gorgeous site, historically relevant and important. It will be most moving. And now we've got the great architects on our team, the best exhibit designer in the world, one of the best architects in the world, Harry Cobb with the IMP firm, and Moody Nolan. So we're really gearing to go. We're going to begin the planning for the exhibit plan, the concept plan, this summer and fall, getting a lot of input for that. And our goal is to finish raising the money and begin construction in January of 2016. So
that our viewers can know exactly where we are. We're right near the aquarium, am I correct?
That's right, just down from the aquarium. This dockside is a tall building. It's on the other side of the dockside, between that and the Maritime Center. And from it you have this view right down the channel to the Atlantic Ocean, right where the waters that the enslaved Africans came when they came to this country hundreds of years ago.
Okay, so this is going to be wonderful for the city of Charleston and those that go on tours. And what kind of information will they be able to find when they go into the museum?
Well, with the best exhibit design in the world, it will be fascinating, and we will do everything from going back to African roots, where enslaved Africans came from, what parts of Africa, and what they did there, and what their trades and crafts and religion and culture and music and art and all of that was, and then trace through the period of African American history from being here, the work that was done here, what they built and created, the post emancipation era, Jim Crow, the 20th century, civil rights, and every facet of African American history, which is American history. But the thing is that Charleston is the most significant site in our country. 40% of all enslaved Africans came to North America, came right here. This would be a museum of international significance, certainly national significance, and bring people from around the country and around the world, and for us in Charleston, an opportunity to know about our history. I was just about to ask the question, what will this do for the city of Charleston? Well, so many things. Obviously, a great source of pride to build a museum to honor the memories of those who are brought here against their will and shaped this community and shaped our country. And then we will become a national center of African American studies. We're working with the Avery Institute and the College of Charleston, and then the building, just another gorgeous public building in our city. I mean, you know, they'll be in the evenings, receptions and events there, a wonderful venue. You get up on the second floor of that building and look out over one of the most beautiful harbors in the world. And you know, wonderful exhibits, a movie. Then we'll have changing exhibit galleries, or exhibits from the National African American Museum or from the Liverpool Museum, or others will come here. So there'll always be fascinating new information about a part of American history that we know so little about.
So tell me now, what can the public do to help you in this endeavor?
Well, they can contribute to the International African American Museum. We've got a website, and we're with the $75 million project. $25 million has been provided by the city and the county. The state is going to provide $25 million. They provided $5 million so far.
Okay.
So we're raising $25 million, maybe a little bit more. So anyone who'd like to contribute, no contribution is too small. Everybody will be acknowledged, and we'll eventually...
No contribution is too small.
Too small,
I like that.
and none is too large either. And then we'll keep records of all of that. So anyone who contributes, we will tell their children or great-grandchildren they helped build one of the most important institutions in our country.
I think it's wonderful. And so how close are we to getting this done?
Well, we've begun the design process. The exhibit design, and then we'll do the building design. So our goal, if we get all the money raised, is to break ground in January of 2016.
Wow.
Opening the doors in January of 2018. That's our ambitious time schedule right now, and I'm working on it every day. We're committed to getting this done. It will be a great thing for our country.
It'll be a great thing for our country and a wonderful tourist attraction.
Absolutely.
For our city. And in reference to tourism, what will that do for tourism?
Well, you know, it will bring additional people here because of this museum. It will also, those who are here will need to stay longer. And
Yes.
the tourism business, you would like to lengthen the stay. So a family comes and, you know, they plan to go to Fort Sumter or see the aquarium or go to see the historic houses or take the carriage ride, and then they say, you know what? Wait a minute, we got that new museum we got to see. We got to stay another night or another 2 nights.
To learn about the history.
That's right. And so they're staying here. They're creating jobs for our citizens. They're, you know, eating in our restaurants. They're paying taxes, and they're also taking back to wherever they live, from Hawaii to Maine or across the seas. They're taking back important information about the United States of America. And then we're going to help people of African descent trace their roots and their family history. We're going to have a family history center because, you know, most African Americans don't know what part of Africa their families came from, what region.
Tracing your
culture,
roots.
All of that, tracing your roots, yes, sir.
So, and it's going to be set up in a wonderful location.
It's the best location. I mean, it's a nationally, you know, recognized, beautiful location. I mean, poised right on Charleston Harbor, and historically important. The director of the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, Dr. Lonnie Bunch, said that there are few sacred places of African American history in this hemisphere, and this one, Gadsden's Wharf, where this museum will build, is one of those sacred places.
Okay. Well, Mayor, is there anything else happening in the city you want to tell us about?
Well, we got lots happening. You know, we got the economy's doing very well. People are visiting our city, and great things happening, progressive things, wonderful advancements in public education. I was talking with a community leader today about the new work we're doing on early childhood learning, and so it's, of course, Boeings are growing, and got wonderful new companies coming to Charleston. Where a lot going on. It's a great time to be living in this community, and all of us who are here now will be able to say we had a role in creating this wonderful, nationally significant institution of African American history, right here in the place where more enslaved Africans came than any other place in North America.
So if someone wants to make a contribution, is there a phone number or website that they should go to?
There's a website. The International African American Museum has a website, so you can go online, get that information. If you're not online, just call me at City Hall.
Call your office, okay.
We've got a great team. Felicia Easterling is a wonderful project director. We've got a great board of directors. Wilbur Johnson, a local managing partner of a large law firm, is chairman of the board, and so we can receive contributions, and just for those who make a contribution, just think of buying a brick,
okay,
buying a part of the foundation of an institution that that everyone will be proud of.
Honorable Mayor Joseph P. Riley, thank you for being on Bounce Around
Reverend.
Charleston.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, you heard it right here. That International African American Museum coming to the city of Charleston. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Join us. We'll be right back on Bounce Around Charleston.